Hi everyone, today's lesson is on multiplication. Objective: I can use multiplication facts to help me play a game. When you come to class, you will play a game called baseball multiplication. In order for the game to go well, you will need to know your multiplication facts. Today's video will teach you the rules of the game and provide practice problems for you to solve. How do you play baseball? What are the rules? Let's talk about the basics. In the game of baseball, there are bases. Right here, this would be called home plate. This is where a person that's batting stands. They stand at home plate. Their goal is to hit the ball. There's a person in the middle of the field called a pitcher. They throw the ball to the batter. If the batter hits the ball, the batter gets to run, 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 run. Here's the batter running, and they're trying to get to this base here. This is called first base. And then a new batter will hit the ball, and that batter will run to first base while this runner goes over to second base. And then they try and get to third base, and finally they try and get back home. When they cross home plate, they score a run. A batter has 3 chances to try and hit the ball. If they do not hit the ball, they are considered out. After 3 players on the team get out, the teams switch places. These are the rules that we are going to use when we play our game in class. Let me show you what our class game board is going to look like. Here's our game mat. Each of the bases are labeled, so you'll see home plate, first base, second base, and third base. We have a space in the middle for the pitcher. And what's going to happen is you will play the game using dice. I have some down here at the bottom of the screen. And you will be taking turns batting and pitching. Let me just play a sample game here so you can get the idea. Let's say I'm the blue team. This is my first batter. I'm starting at home plate. The red team is going to pitch the ball to me. Now we can't actually throw real baseballs in the classroom, so the way we're going to do it is to roll dice. So I'm going to get the ball pitched to me. This one is we'll try that over, a 5. And this one, when I roll it, happened to be a 6. What I'm going to do is multiply these. 5 times 6. And I need to think, what is the answer to 5 times 6? Well, since it's a 5, I can count by 5 6 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now what I'm going to do is look down here at this chart at the bottom. I had 30, and so I'm going to look down here. This is called a scoring chart. And it tells me if I get between 25 and 35, I get a triple. 30 is in between 25 and 35, and triple tells me I get to go all the way to third base. So this is good for me. This means I get to take my batter and go all the way around to third base. So he's going to go to first, second, and third. Now I get to put another batter on home plate. And I'm going to roll the dice. The red team is going to roll the dice, and then we'll see what my score is. This time I have 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6. So I'm going to look at the bottom for where my score would fall. Where would 6 be? Well, 5 or less would mean I would have an out. And that's not what I got. I got a 6. So it says if I get between 6 and 15, I get to go to first base. So this runner now is going to go up to first base. And then my next batter is going to come down here to home plate. And the red team is going to pitch again. This time we got 3 times 4. 3 times 4 would be 12. And it tells me here 12 is in between 6 and 15, which means a single. So I'm going to go to first base. Now notice what happens. I already have someone on first. So when this runner is running up to first, what it's going to happen is it's going to push this runner over to second. Now we have something that's called bases loaded. That means if I put another player here, and that player hits the ball and gets to run, all of these guys are going to get pushed around and cross home plate. Let's pretend that happened. I don't have any more of my guys up to bat right now. But if I had, let's say this one, ran, crossed home plate. If that happened, then I would put a tally here. I'm team 1, and here is my scoreboard. This 1 means it's the first inning we're playing. An inning means it's my turn to bat right now. And so I'm on team 1, and I pretend I crossed home plate. I would have 1 run. What I'm going to do is put a tally mark there. And I keep batting until I have 3 outs. I can get an out either by scoring 5 or less. That would be an automatic out. Okay? Or I can get an out if I get a multiplication fact wrong. If I say an answer and it is the wrong answer, that is also an out. And the pitcher is the one who's going to check me on my answers. The pitcher will be allowed to use a calculator. Okay, actually over here is where I would do my tallies first. So if I had 1 run and 1 out, I would still get to keep batting. Let's say I got a 2nd out, and then finally I get a 3rd out. Okay, my score right now, because I have 3 outs, I'm done batting. My score would be 1 because I crossed home plate 1 time. So this over here is where I would write my actual final score. And then now it's team 2's turn to bat. They're still in inning 1 because they have not had a turn to bat. When both of us have finished inning 1, we've both had 3 outs, then we go on to inning 2. And then we both take a turn till we get 3 outs, and we go to inning 3. At the end of inning 3, we're going to total up all of our points, and whoever has more points wins the game. So this is a really fun way to practice our multiplication facts. In the real game of baseball, you would have 9 innings, but in class, we do not have time to do 9 innings, so we're only going to do 3. I will model the game one more time in class for you, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek of how the game is going to go. So if you can practice your facts tonight at home, either with extra math or having an app on some type of device or having a family member use flashcards and quiz you, that will really help you when we play this multiplication game tomorrow. Also, when you get to class, I just want you to know that the rules are in your student reference book on page 274. I believe they are also on Everyday Math's website. If you wanted to go online to everydaymath.com and log in, I believe they are there, and they may even have an online version of this game that you could look for. All right, today's quiz is just going to be some practice with these multiplication fact triangles. What I'd like you to do is in your math notebook where I have number 1 here on the screen, I would like you to write number 1. This is quiz question number 1. And all I want you to do is figure out what would the missing number here be. So you need to figure out 5 times 9 and you need to write your answer. Number 2, you're figuring out what is 3 times 4. Quiz question number 3, what is 2 times 8? And quiz question number 4, what is 4 times 6? Again, the more practice with facts you can do, the better prepared you'll be for class time tomorrow. I look forward to playing this really fun game with you, and I will see you soon.